1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully everybody was able to skip the ad by now and you are in here. My chat does not seem to be loading at the moment, so hopefully everything's all right with that. What do we got going on with AMC this morning? And as we let all of this stuff update and come into play, but let's see what we got here. AMC currently trading at $39.81, down slightly on the day, 0.5%. But we're doing good, guys. I'm hoping for a green day today, as I know you are. What's going on, everybody? Hey, bros. Ugan into. Hey, real quick, guys, before we jump into this and get started, I don't know if Streamlabs is disconnected from YouTube or what the deal is, but no, I wasn't in the bathroom. I was like confused because YouTube is showing the title of the stream is just like Q&A and analysis Monday, but Streamlabs was showing me that it was the same title as last Friday, like Into the Close Friday. What does the title say for the stream? Somebody tell me right now. I'm a little bit confused by that. Clay's new product will be Clay. No, it will not, Lex Luthor. What's up, Clay? What's going on, DD214? Carson, AMC price predictions, always up, Carson, always up. Come on, Clay. I'm here. It's all right, guys. And I was not stuck on the toilet. Goodness. Okay, it says Monday. Good. Nick F., thank you. It's really weird that Streamlabs was behind on that or something. I don't know what was going on with that, but I was a little bit confused because it said it was going live with the Q&A Into the Close Friday, but Precious says it's a... Now listen, Precious, reload the screen and see if it still says Friday. If you're not joking with me, I don't know if you are or not, but reload it and see if it says Monday. YouTube on the ball today. Pringleton, that's what I'm talking about. YouTube finally doing some work. It says MMAT to 12 today. Claude! I don't know if it says MMAT to 12 today, but my dad's got some MMAT. He would be very happy if it went to 12 today, and I would be happy for him. So, MMAT to 12 today. Let's go, guys. And I do think, I was looking at that, so I do think around like $10 to $12 is going to be some decent resistance in that area. If you guys break 7 to 750 on MMAT today, shoot, I'm hoping for a run for you guys. And I would say you could jump between $10 and $12. Not a $10 and $12 jump, but jump to $10 and $12, I should say. Good day, Clay, bro. What's going on, Daryl? How you doing? I swear it says Friday. Precious, it probably does. Reload it and let me know if that works, because it may have, because Streamlabs said it for a reason, so I don't know. Just see if it updated. Clay, your last video mentions low volume. Friday, we had low volume compared to regular trading days. Hey, Lex, this is a step in the right direction, man. When I say low volume, I mean as low as possible, okay? I mean like zero volume. But, traditionally speaking, if you're wanting low volume for a short squeeze, anything, and this is just what all the PhDs, all the guys out there who do research on short squeezes, anything that results in more than 8 days to cover is considered a risk for the hedge funds. Or for whoever's shorting it, not necessarily hedge funds, but anybody shorting it. So anything over 8 days to cover is where they start to get into risky territory. Now, me, dude, I want to see 80 days to cover. I just want to see extremely low volume. I would rather see 1 million shares being traded and the hedge funds know that they cannot get out of this position. Think about it. If you're trapped in a corner and you know that you cannot get out, you're going to start to feel the risk. You're going to feel the concern. So that's what I want to see for them, but I would rather see it go lower, because even if we're trading around 30, 40 million shares a day, that's still 2 to 3 days for them to cover. It's in the right direction, but it's not where I want to see it yet. So with that being said, somewhere around, I don't know what, 10 to 15 million shares traded per day would start to result in some decent amount of risk for the hedge funds. What's up, Clay? What's going on, Chris? Clay, this week is the week, right? It is, man. This is the week. That's what everyone's been saying, and because we all know the real date, I'm on the one. Good deal, man. Get on one today, Chris. But that is what a lot of people are saying, man. I was scrolling through all the tweets. I was looking at all the DD, and yes, just like the previous 4 weeks, we are in the week prior to the squeeze. So I don't know listen, I don't like talking about time travel, stresses me out, But I don't know what sort of loop we're stuck in here, but we've been in the week preceding the short squeeze for at least a month now. So you guys figure that one out. Maybe you can ask some of these physicists out there that no, I'm not. You don't have anything nice to say. Don't say anything at all. I don't think that this is the week based on anything that's previously happened. However, could be the week because nobody knows when it's going to happen. Crypto Rocketeer Nick at RCat morning today. Mooning today. I'm like, what is an RCat morning, dude? That sounds really nice. Good thing I bought after hours last Friday. Joan De Jesus killing it on RCat. Whatever RCat is. Very nice, Joan De Jesus. Good morning from Chicago. Neil P. Good morning from Ohio. Good morning, Claybro and Apes. Good morning, AMC Trapper. We got some ducks migrating in here. I like it, Lucy. How are you? Good morning to you. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Frodo, I'm having a good day so far, man. Is anybody out there having like a really bad day for some reason? Otherwise, I'm just going to assume that everybody's doing good. Dang, Clay, you're out early today, huh? Sam B, man, much earlier than the half hour that we were starting a little bit late last week. So, feel a lot better. Oh, good news, guys, good news. Since I don't know if any of you guys are going to ask or not, I did test negative, so I did not have COVID. No idea what I did have because, you know, that last Wednesday night, I did have a fever, I had the chills, I had body aches, I was coughing a little bit, still am coughing a little bit, but sneezing, runny nose, like all the symptoms, was with somebody who ended up being positive, but did test negative. So, as one of the tests, I was very happy to fail in my lifetime. I'm an RCat too. Nice! Am Cool Bacontron and Joan De Jesus. Killing. What is RCat up? I don't even know how much it's up today. Good morning. Let's go to the moon. The loudest gun. Let's do it, man. They got a 5-year Nice! RCat's got a 5-year contract with RCat. RCat wasn't one of the top 5 gainers on the day, was it? I was looking at those earlier, and I don't really recognize the symbol because it's not one that I'm familiar with. But is that RCat? Was it one of the top 5 gainers on the day? RCat up 70. Nice. Am Cool Bacontron and Joan De Jesus killing it. Okay, I did see that this morning then. I just didn't look at it because I'm not familiar with the ticker and I didn't know what was going on with it. Very nice. Anybody else in RCat today making money with Joan De Jesus and Am Cool Bacontron? Clay, I ordered some merch. Yes, 1111 Mr. Simon. The sister told me, I don't know if she was lying or not, but she told me that she finished those yesterday. So hopefully I can pick those up from her and get them mailed out either, well, hopefully this evening, but I might have to stop at the post office tomorrow if I pick them up this evening. So, yes, dude, I saw that you ordered, what was it, one of the hoodies and a t-shirt, right? So, she should have those finished this weekend, and then hopefully I can pick them up tonight and then get them mailed out tomorrow for you, man. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Hopefully you like them. They're going to be good, man. And I like the fact that you got a nice little long sleeve shirt for fall coming up here soon. It's up 75%. Very nice. Nick F. You and RCat too, man. Anybody making money with these guys? Like, oh my gosh, Sid Who, man. Thank you for the super chat. Sid Who said, always watch your videos. A little something to brighten your day and keep up the good work. Bro Bub. Oh yes. Thank you very much, Sid Who. And absolutely, that does brighten my day. I appreciate the fact that you watch all the videos. Look, man, I know that some of the videos, like everybody, it's all AMC, right? Everybody's eating, sleeping, drinking, breathing AMC. It might get a little repetitive at times or whatever, but dude, thank you guys for everybody out there that watches the videos, that clicks that like button, that leaves a comment, you know, just helps with the overall channel and algorithm or whatever YouTube's got going on. Thank you guys for that very much. And Sid Who? It's like Mike Jones, man. Who? Sid Who? Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. And bro bumps all day long for Sid. I love it, man. Gato, rich people can't be convicted of crimes. It's a fact. Yeah, man, it's a fact because Sam said it on the internet. Anything that's been said on the internet is known as fact. Yes, I ordered a hoodie and a t-shirt. I'm excited to receive them. Good deal, 1111 Mr. Simon. Dude, they are soft t-shirts, man. I don't know if you saw that Rogue the Legacy video he did. He really liked the quality. I appreciate the quality too. So hopefully you like them, man. Wear them every single day. Never take them off. And, you know, all good things will come. All good things will come. And hopefully I remember to throw some stickers in there for you, too. Clay, you skipped my question. Andrew, I would never skip a question. Send it again, man. I'll try to catch it. What happened to SPRT when it became GREE? I don't understand. Critical, what do you mean? What happened to SP? Like, if you owned SPRT, now you own shares of GREE. So I don't know the exact terms of the acquisition or merger that took place there. So I don't know, like, how many shares of SPRT you needed in order to get a share of GREE. I do not know the ratio. But I know that SPRT and I honestly I don't even know if it created a new ticker symbol. But I know that when they merged or were acquired, you would have received shares of GREE. Oh, hey guys, what's up, Carlos? Will Ken ever? I highly doubt it, Gato. I highly doubt it, man. I look forward to your videos at 7 p.m. I like and comment on all of them. Neil P, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We got SD, Nick F, JB. You guys are all gunning for first, and I love it. Some of you guys say you're first, but you're definitely a little late because there's like 5 comments that come in before you. But I do like the little competition that rolls on there to see who actually is able to comment first. What's going on? AMC won't go above 40.02. Natasha! What do you mean? It's above 40.02 right now. We got 40.06 on the chart. Heck yeah, we're rolling. We're rolling, Natasha. We're going squeeze, baby. Let's do it. Easy does it. Clipper, a little more days, and I'll be doing a PD Pete on the Vegas Strip. Stack Safe Nation. I love it, man. See if anybody else is in the Vegas area, please do the PD Pete with Stacks. Am Cool Bacon Trot. Oh my goodness, Am Cool Bacon Trot. She's Am Cool Bacon Trot. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, Am Cool Bacon-tron, thank you very much. Oh my goodness, Am Cool Bacon-tron, thank you very much for the super sticker. You're going to be having a good day. In RCAT today, up 75% right now. Amazing gains. That's the time when you wish you would have just YOLO'd your entire life savings on Friday and woke up today and you're already up 75%. Andrew, 2 to 3 red days, then end in the green this week. Andrew Voorhees, man. Sorry. Andrew, I'm hoping for 5 out of 5 green days, man, but I don't know. Like, clearly, I don't know if we're going to have 2 or 3 red days. Possibly it's possible that we have all 5 green days, all 5 red days. Like, I cannot predict what's going to happen. But yes, man, I do think that this could be a good week to end in the red. I mean, in the green. Very, very sorry for that. What are we looking at here? We're starting to bounce, man. So that dip we've been on, we're bouncing in this area around 40. We break back out, and if we get above this little area in here, above 41, we're back to testing mid-40, like $45, $46 again, and hopefully continue to rise. Now, the major level I don't want to see broken is this support level in here around 38, 38.50. I do not want to see that one broken, because unfortunately, if we break that, we're going to be testing this area down in here again, $33, $34 per share, and I would much rather be testing $45, $46 per share than that. So I think the upside is hopefully on the return. SPRT is down like 75% since to change to GREE focused. What happened? Focused what happened? Focused. Well, I don't know, dude. It did rip up. It was running prior, like just prior to merging. So it could just be falling. If that's the question you're asking, it could just be falling after the merger due to the fact that it ran so high. Just prior, people could just be getting out and stuff. As someone who seems to be much less emotion based than others and more level-headed, what are your actual thoughts on Hood? Think it'll crash like everyone says, or you think most are biased? Well, clearly I think most are biased for sure. Okay, now personally, I highly doubt that payment for order flow goes anywhere. Okay, I truly highly doubt that payment for order flow goes anywhere. Whether or not the SEC decides to look into something like just policing it a little more closely to see if market makers are giving people the best order possible like they're supposed to do, that's a different story. But I highly doubt payment for order flow goes anywhere, and therefore I highly doubt that Robinhood's revenue goes anywhere. Here's the thing that I've noticed, okay? Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, okay? And I don't know if it's just people that are in this whole thing, but they seem completely okay with being fooled much more than 2 times. Now, I'm saying that because of all the date predictions that are out there, and they still flock to these people like, no other. So with Robinhood, a lot of people got burnt on Robinhood when they were playing GameStop and AMC back in the day and some of these other meme stocks. But here's the thing, okay? Not everybody was in GameStop and not everybody was in AMC. I would say the vast majority of Robinhood's customers were still able to trade, they were still able to buy, and they were completely unaffected by what was going on with GameStop, AMC, and all of these meme stocks that are out there. So knowing that, I don't know if they lost out on the customer base that the ape community thinks they lost out on. So me personally, I think it was a very volatile time, just like any other IPO, but with revenue continuing, with potentially, a huge customer base still there, I don't think that Robinhood crashes and burns, but I still don't like what they did. Good morning, bro Clay. You're crazy cool. Abe Duhan. God bless you and all the AMC to the moon through Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you very much, Abe. I appreciate that. Sam, I thought you were talking about yourself as someone who seems to be much less emotion-based than others and more level-headed. Come on, Nick. I'm not emotion-based. I got a level head. Critical. Thank you, man. Absolutely. How is $40 and a 40-40 a resistance? Sully shorts. Yeah, man, I'm still on the daily chart, but I don't think that it's like a massive level of resistance that we're at right here. 40 is significant, dude, just because it's a nice round number, but as far as being like a severe level of resistance, I think it's just sort of like an intraday battle that we have going on. I don't think it's necessarily like that tough of a resistance. I think it's just intraday right in here, man. We tapped it a couple times today. And we'll see what happens. At my job site, everyone have a great day and smash the like button. Joseph sent me some pictures of the bathroom remodel that he's been doing for the last couple of weeks. Excellent work, Joseph. I have to say, man, excellent work. That bathroom looked a lot better than before, and congratulations to you on that. That shower was awesome, dude. AMC to the moon. Let's get it, Chris. Chris, yes, bro, you do well. Do you see a Rolls-Royce blue today after the good news on job contracts? I did not. They got shills trolling your live chat. Now, Tough Ape, I don't know, probably, man. Do you think Kenny G Citadel is screwed for lying to Congress after release? Dude, I would love it if people were actually held accountable for their actions, but it truly does seem like those that are in power can get away with almost anything, man. And I'm not like that skeptical about good people, but it doesn't seem like anybody cares what anybody does anymore. It's just ridiculous. Everyone hit the like button, please. In the loop. Yes, please listen to him. Can CPOP hit USD 20 to the moon? Albert, I wouldn't have a problem with CPOP hitting 20, but it's down around, what, $3 right now, and it was at $76 after the IPO, but I don't know anything about their fundamentals, man, so I don't know what it would take to get there. What happened to you? What do you mean, Al Jabor? I don't even know what you mean. Money Clint, I'm done with Core's channel. They're too distracted spending their time on other meme stocks. It's exactly what the hedge funds want, and it's really frustrating. JB, man, I agree. The dude has been getting into a lot of other stocks. Maybe that's the direction he wants to take his channel right now. I think it's a little bit too quick of a transition, but yeah, man, I don't know. They do go through a lot of stuff over there. Is this low volume? What do we have? How many shares being traded today? Volume 14 million. Hey, dude, it's a step in the right direction. I still think we're going to trade above 30 million shares today. And like I was saying a little bit earlier, anything over 8 days to cover is when they start getting into risky territory. I would love to see 80 days to cover, but anything over 8 is going to start to be considered a risk by all the smart guys out there that write books on what days to cover means and how the risk is. How are they keeping this under 41 to be tipped every day? Can't be day traders. Well, Louis, listen, man, it's not necessarily just day traders, but when you think about it, there are people, 14 million shares were willing to be sold somewhere between today's low of 39.48 and the high of 40.62. So like with that being known, man, there are still people out there trading the stock. And as we say, we get a nice little candle with the boom boom stick coming, and hopefully we go on a run right now. But yeah, dude, oh my, okay, keep going. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Let's go, man. All right, I like these candles, guys. I like these candles. And I don't know if it's necessarily all day traders, but I don't think that it's all short interest either. Matt Course is so hesitant to say the shorts are attacking AMC. I don't know why. Well, Louis, here's the deal, man. I'm not hesitant to say that it's the shorts are attacking AMC, but I don't think that every time AMC goes down or every time there's selling pressure that it is shorts either. I think that there is a lot of trading going on that can cause some downward pressure, but I know some people, they like to blame it fully on shorts. Some people like to blame it on day trading and so on, and they're trying to stay away from saying it's all shorting activity. But it's clearly a mixture of the two, man. There's always people that are out there willing to short it. There's always people out there that are willing to trade it. And that's one of the reasons I want to see such low volume, is because it indicates that nobody is selling the stock too. Not just that nobody's buying it, indicates that nobody's selling. ADTC, dude, I give up on a poop after 20 minutes, and how are they gonna let 80 days fly? Exactly, Sam, exactly. But we could get to 8. They're not gonna let that fly, right? That's why they're gonna go out and try to cover it too. But that's why I want to see such low volume, man. Is because that is a huge risk for them. If it would take them 80 days to cover, they're in way over their heads, and there's no way they're gonna be able to get out of that hole. Michael Burry from the Big Shorts recommends to load up on AMC. Well, there you go, Big Pimpin'. There you go. Clay, my bro. This is the last time waiting for a MOS. I pray to become rich so I can buy 4,000 to 5,000 shares at a time and make profits. Jump in and jump out with profit. Abe, man, 45,000 shares jumping out with profit, dude. I hope that you make it, man, because all I'm going to say on that is if you're talking about potentially trying to time the squeeze, I don't know if that's necessarily the best approach. But yeah, dude, I think you can make a lot of profit when we do squeeze, especially if you do have 4,000 to 5,000 shares. They're going to be selling pressure because AMC stays flat and they're pumping these other stocks. Absolutely. Well, hey, let me sell some AMC to go make money elsewhere, and then I'll get back into AMC with my profit. JB. And I know it's funny, man. It's funny because when there's so much attention on these other stocks, AQST, ATER, SPRT, BBIG, MMAT, like all of the other plays out there that do have potential, and I have no problem with people buying any of these stocks, right? It's your money, do whatever you wish with it, and absolutely, I don't think that anybody needs to be 100% in AMC or anything like close to that. You can make a lot of money, yes, but there's nothing wrong with diversifying and making money elsewhere either. But with that being said, you know, when people on the screen start diverting people's attention, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, when you start diverting people's attention from what AMC's potential is and focusing on some other things, it does trickle down, man. People get less excited about AMC when they see other things running, and it might not kill the squeeze or whatever, but it certainly doesn't help it. And shoot, man, you know, I'm here to watch AMC go as high as possible, and yes, make money everywhere. But I want to see AMC go to what they call the moon. LFG, let's do it, Frodo. Good morning, Clay. I just subscribed a few days ago and really enjoying the attention for AMC, and that's why I got into the markets coming from the crypto world, so holding is easy. If anybody came from the crypto world, holding AMC should be very easy for you, especially if you're used to holding crypto. Crypto is extremely volatile, and if you can make it through some crypto swings, you can absolutely make it through some AMC swings. My chart is going up and down drastically. Is this the beginning? I'm cool. I don't know, is your chart different than my chart, man? Matt Core's always been the kind of guy to say things unless he has data, to not say things unless he has data to back it up. Since you can't really know if it's sellers or short sellers, I kind of respect him, not just yelling attacks or dip. Yeah, that's the thing, man. And nobody will ever know where the selling pressure is coming from unless, you know, short interest is drastically rising at the same time that the stock is drastically falling and so on. So it's very difficult, if not impossible, to see where buying pressure is coming from and to see where selling pressure is coming from. So that's why if you give these answers like, why did AMC go up today? Well, because people bought it and they were willing to offer higher prices for it. That's a boring answer, but like that is the answer. People want to know why they were offering higher prices. Why more people were buying it today. That's the question they should be asking. Not just why did it go up, but why were more people willing to buy it and why were they willing to offer higher prices? So, but nobody asks those questions. They all just want to know why it was happening. And it does get a little boring unless you kind of speculate as to why people were doing it. Because at the end of the day, man, nobody knows why 14 million shares were bought so far this morning between 39.80 and 40.60 or whatever the range was for the day. Buy and hold, Clay. Buy and hold. Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. That is the plan, man. Why is the NYSE not acting? Their business is becoming more and more irrelevant as these institutions monopolize the markets by using their own private dark pools. 8% of AMC went through NYSE at one point. Pringleton, I don't think the NYSE is going to be acting because, you know, nothing is technically illegal about using dark pools, okay? So I don't think that's why they would be getting into it. And also, I don't know what the average dark pool percentage is on other stocks, but, you know, our focus and our daily attention goes to AMC. With all of the other stocks out there, there's like a whole world that they need to worry about, and AMC is probably among the least of their worries. Alex, what are you getting deleted for? Mr. Anything Tech, why are you getting deleted? I didn't see what you guys said, man. Missed it. Sorry. You got to watch the pump and dump scams. I say keep your AMC, invest some side money on these hot stocks, so to speak, and take profit and get back into AMC. Don't give them anything they can short. Exactly. Mickey, I completely agree with that. You know, if you've got AMC already, focus on your AMC. But dude, if you've got any side money, if you've got any other investments, no problem whatsoever. And even, you know, even if you say, well, listen, 100% of my portfolio is in AMC, I still don't have a problem with you shaving some of that and saying, you know, maybe I should diversify a little bit and test some of these other plays. So I don't have a problem with people's portfolios not being 100% in AMC. A video title, why AMC went down today. Claybro starts video, selling pressure, video credits roll. Zambi! Exactly, man, exactly. But that's boring, right? That's the boring answer. That is the correct answer, but that's the boring answer. Nobody wants to hear that. And the funny thing is, dude, I've looked at wrap-up articles on why the S&P 500, why the U.S. stock markets, or Hang Seng Index, why the Nifty 50 and the Sensex in India, why the South African markets, why the European markets and UK markets, why they did what they did on any given day. And here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. You can, especially around times that the Federal Reserve is talking about interest rates, okay? You can have it go up one day, and it's going to go up because, and this is what the news reporters write, and it's going to be because everybody just copy and paste any news article that was written, they copy and paste it and post it to their website. It goes up because the Federal Reserve is considering leaving interest rates unchanged today. Now, the very next day, it could go down, and the market went down today because investors are a little bit weary about the Federal Reserve leaving interest rates unchanged today. So whatever is going on, the people who write the articles out there, they need to say why it's going on because people are searching. What did the S&P 500 do today? And they want to know, why did it go down today? Why did it go up today? And it's funny, man. You can read the market can go up and down every other day. And you can read the same exact reasoning why it went up for why it went down. People need a story. They need to write a story. And in half the time, they don't even know what's going on. They just write the story because people want a one-paragraph article on what's going on today. So it's a little bit difficult when it comes to the whys and understanding these things. But nobody wants to read because people bought it and because people sold it. Not illegal, but against their business. Correct. They have a vested interest in reducing, if not stopping, or routing the dark pools. We've a common goal there think the more big players we can get on our side. Yeah, man, it would be nice if we got more big players on our side, right? But I don't know how much money they would be making or losing if AMC, the majority of AMC shares are traded on the dark pool as opposed to the New York Stock Exchange and so on. Like, if, dude, you know, these lawyers, these Wall Street lawyers are ridiculous. They'd probably have to pay a lawyer more money than they'd ever be making on AMC's trades, you know, going 50-50 or whatever the regular average is. Chick Phantom's Twitter, they released some crazy news an hour ago. They are creating a CBDC for, dude, Tajikistan. I don't even know what a CBDC for Tajikistan would be, but Ed, thank you for the heads up on that. Morning, Klebro. Good morning, Locan. I would like to know the answer to a crazy question. I did not see what he said. Are we able to sell when our portfolio worth millions? I heard we have to do a written request. No, crazy. So you're going to be able to sell at any given time, man. You're going to be able to sell. Now, as far as, like, withdrawing the money to your bank account, you know, you're not going to be able to withdraw $1 million at a time. You're probably going to have to do that in stages, man. There are daily limits and weekly limits on how many wire transfers are allowed to go over and all of that good stuff. So as far as being able to sell, you're going to be able to do that. But as far as, like, withdrawing, you're going to have to stair-step that out. But at the same time, dude, you know, it's your money. Like, I wouldn't worry about it. You can still withdraw it into your bank account if you want. But it's still your money. So don't be afraid that you're not going to be able to sell. And just kind of prepare, man. If you do have millions of dollars in your account, you may not be able to just withdraw $1 million to your bank in one day. But that's okay, dude. It's okay. You're allowed to keep money in separate accounts. You're allowed to keep money in different bank accounts and brokerage accounts and bank accounts and so on, man. Don't let that bother you. Heard there was limits on how much money you can take. Is that like actually selling the stock or getting the cash out into your bank account? Hopefully that made sense. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, Sam, if that's what I was saying, man, let me know if that's what I was saying, because I don't know what the delay looks like between when you guys ask questions and when I'm talking. But yeah, you're going to be able to sell the stock, okay? You're going to be able to go out. Now, let's say you do have $1 million or $10 million worth of AMC in your portfolio. If you're going to go click market order and sell, okay, let's talk about selling in that aspect. If you're actually going to sell all of your shares at once, during the short squeeze, maybe it's not very volatile, like whatever, you still click sell. It may take a while for them to fill, okay? Like, I don't know how many shares. Let's just say you got 100,000 shares of AMC and whatever that ends up being at a $10 million price or whatever. Let's say a $10 million portfolio. Let's say you go to sell all those. It's probably going to take a while for you to fill 100,000 shares because you have to go out there and fill them at certain price points that people are willing to sell. So, or willing to buy. So, you know, that may take a while, but as far as withdrawing your money too, you know, you're going to have to withdraw your money in stages if you got that type of money in there. So selling a stock has no monetary limit to what you can sell at once. No, man. I've never heard of any monetary limit. The only limit there would be is if people are willing to buy it there. You know what I mean? Like if you click market order, they may not have a buyer for you. That you may have to stair step and find buyers at that price. You might. That's kind of why dark pools are good in the sense that when they go out there, they can find those orders and potentially sell all of their shares unaffected. If you go and you're on the lit exchange and you're selling your stock and you got 100,000 shares or whatever, you may have to stair step that out and find buyers at different prices. Clay, take vacate. All right, Ace, you take a vacation. In my brokerage, I can only sell 25,000 of a stock at once. Interestingly, when I queried it, it said they were looking to increase that due to interest in certain stocks. Interesting, Pringleton. Interesting. But I still think you can set your orders out there and they would stair step that for you, right? Morning, Clay. The MOAS is on the horizon. Yes, Ross. I can just feel it. Good deal. Paper hands have been shaken off and we apes have held throughout the dips. When this goes off, it's going to 10 to 20,000 minimum. Ross, if it goes to $20,000 minimum, man, I'm going to be ecstatic. Oh my gosh. Also, if you have a Fidelity account, you can get a debit card for your account. That way you don't have to, hey, there you go, motivation goals. I did not know that. So I do know that like Charles Schwab and stuff, you can open up a brokerage / bank account like that, and you can use it in a very similar way. So I don't think that Webull offers that option, but yeah, so it does sound like Fidelity and Charles Schwab could do like a bank / brokerage account where you wouldn't have to withdraw it at that point. You could just use it as a bank as well. Also, contact your bank as well to let them know large deposits coming in so they don't fight, especially if you got $1 million deposit coming in, man. That's going to be a good one. The dark pools are good. Shill, clear, row, cancel. No. Yes, I did say dark pools are good in that aspect to where they don't have to stair-step it out and they can find their order. Dark pools are good in the original intention for dark pools. Hood has a debit card for their app. Oh, what a solid company. Yes. Does Hood really have a debit card for their app? I didn't know that. TD Ameritrade, same thing. I got a debit card for my account. Nice, Justin. So, yeah, they must do a bank account, brokerage account type deal. One and the same. I can only set 3 orders at a time. That's a free trade. And Pringleton, I know though that the UK has drastically different regulations than the US does when it comes to everything about the stock market. So I cannot speak directly about the UK, especially since I know they got so many regulations, man. I don't understand why they got so many regulations and so many different rules, but yeah, it does sound like they're not drastically different, but they got a lot going on over there. Clay, bro, wouldn't it just be cheaper for Citadel to just buy AMC? Yes, at this price point, but critical. Remember, they think it's going down. They think it's going back down to $5. So in their minds, it's at a stupid price right now, and they will never cover at 40 when they can cover at 4 as soon as we give up. That's their mentality, man, and that's why they're not doing it. Clay, if you watched Matt's video explaining about the market makers, predominantly Virtue and Citadel, trading over 5.9 billion shares since July alone through off-exchange FTDs. No, Locon. Is that just in AMC? Or what would that be? Because I know for a fact the FTDs don't add up to 5.9 billion since July. No, so I did not watch that video, but I know there's no way the FTDs on AMC adds up to 5.9 billion shares. There's no way, dude. There's no way. I'll have to watch that video because the FTDs were nowhere near 5.9 billion shares since July. So, it's coming from the FINRA. Yeah, so I have to check it out, man, because there weren't that many FTDs on AMC since July. Unless that dude is, multiplying them out in some way that's wrong. Even if you add them up, you don't add those up because they're aggregate numbers already. So, okay, without watching it, man, I'm going to be honest. Without watching it, I can't figure out how to get to those numbers. So I will have to watch it if I'm going to form an opinion on it. Yeah, that's actually how I'd recommend transferring shares. Use your Robinhood debit card, sell your shares with your debit card on Webull, and buy them right as you sell them. Instant buying power. I don't know if I follow that correctly, but shoot, man, if that works, I say do it, Sam. Yep, I understand, Clay. No payment for order flow, of course, too. Ross, yeah, I think he was frantically selling 25,000 lots. There you go, man. There you go. What about selling a limit order only? Yeah, Dan, you could use a limit sell. The only downside to using a limit order is the fact that with such a volatile squeeze, you may not get filled using a limit order. I hope the squeeze happens when I'm on vacation. That way, giving notice to my job is even sweeter. Stacks Ape Nation. Yes, it will. Dude, just go on vacation and then just tell them you're not coming back. But still, stay on vacation and get paid for it, dude. And listen, okay? Listen. Just any advice out there. If you guys are quitting your jobs, make sure before you quit your... I don't care if you have $1 million in your portfolio and you're ready to quit your job. Do it smart. okay? Make sure you cash out your vacation first. Make sure if you can't cash out your vacation, make sure you schedule your vacation. Make sure if you've got any stock options, you get your stock options. Make sure whatever your employer owes you, they give you, okay? Because if you just call up and quit, now I know you got $1 million, right? I know you got 10 million. You're ready. Don't leave anything on the table, okay? If they owe you vacation days, take your vacation days. If they owe you anything, make sure you take it before you just call up and quit. Please be smart about that too, all right? Like, just take your vacation, take your stock options, whatever you have out there, make sure you take advantage of those as well. Don't just call up and quit and say you're not coming back anymore. Make sure you get everything that you can possibly have. Percent of shares that are short. Sorry, Critical, did not see you there, but thank you very much, Lisa. Or Leah, not Lisa. Can you explain the short interest? I see it today around 20% daily, weekly, or quarterly. Yeah, so short interest is simply how many shares are short divided by the total shares outstanding. So that's where you get 20%. Roughly 100 million. I'm using rough numbers, right? Roughly 100 million short shares, roughly 500 million shares outstanding. That's where you get the 20%. Seen your father jump on Lou recently and not sure why he's picking on him, accusing him of not having AMC shares. Sammy. Listen, I don't know who has AMC shares and who doesn't have AMC shares. I try not to get in the middle of these guys' battles and disputes and so on. But, yeah, they like to go back and forth with each other. My uncle said he's putting his 2 weeks notice in once this thing hits 300. Well, good deal, Luca. Good deal. I like it. I like your uncle a lot. Make sure he still gets his 2 weeks notice in. Make sure he takes all his vacation, all that good stuff. And I believe it, too, because I know you guys have been in for a long time. I transferred from Robinhood to Fidelity and had to transfer the shares from margin to real shares once it hit Fidelity, but they did that for me once I requested it. Very nice, Douglas. I like that. When's the squeeze? Sean, everybody else is going to tell you it's going to happen this week, man, so hopefully it happens this week, right? If not, ask them why it didn't happen this week. And they'll tell you, oh, wait, no, I meant next week. My bad, guys. My bad. If you buy a wallet, can Robinhood put all the money in your wallet? Lawrence, what do you mean? What you mean with crypto, or what are you talking about there? Are you just talking about putting cash into an actual wallet, or what's the deal? Buy dividends after the squeeze. Yeah, Warren Buffett, absolutely, man. Dividends can definitely be some passive income that can pad your portfolio, especially if you're buying. There's a lot of companies, and you can go out and you can see. Gosh, I forget what they call them, okay? But you can go out and easily gain information on how long these companies have paid a dividend, but not only paid a dividend, but never missed a dividend and have grown their dividend, like not decreased. And there are some companies out there, guys, that have paid dividends and not missed one for over 25 years, okay? Now, they may not have the largest dividend yield. You might not be getting 10% annual dividends, but it is nice to know that that company puts a drastic focus on paying their dividends, and they want to assure their investors that they're going to be receiving that annual income. So if dividends are your thing and you want that passive income, then I would say, spread that out too between some higher yield dividend payers and then some companies that never miss a dividend and grow their dividend. Let's see here. I thought that was no. So critical utilization is how many shares are willing to be loaned out. So I don't know the exact number on where they get the utilization rate, but once utilization gets to 100, okay? Once utilization gets to 100, that means you can no longer borrow any shares. All of the shares that are out for loan are currently on loan. Now, at 80%, I don't know what the denominator is in that situation, but that means there are still plenty of shares that are up for loan and they can borrow. 90%, which is around where AMC is, same deal. Until it gets to 100, 100 means there are no shares left for order, or no shares left to borrow. Stop having all that. Yes, did not see what Lee is saying. Sorry about that, guys. Driving but tuning in. Let's go AMC. Pancakes is here. What's up, Pancakes? Plan on sharing my shares and no sense of being a gorillionaire alone. Absolutely, Stacks. Nobody wants to be a gorillionaire alone. Counselor Murray! Thank you very much for the super chat. Are we cooking? What is this? Are we cooking What is that a picture of, man? Some jambalaya? What do we got going on there? Are we cooking yet? Headed to Cabo, Mexico, Thursday on vacation, so I told them to squeeze Thursday while I'm on the beach drinking and eating. Counselor Murray. Oh my gosh, dude. We're going to squeeze because Counselor said to squeeze on Thursday. I love it. I love it. Dude's going to be, oh my God. This is going to be Counselor. Thursday. Thursday around, I don't know, 10:30 in the morning. He's sitting out on the beach. Waves. Not a lot of waves. Not a lot of waves. And just a nice little... He's laying back, right? He's laying back in his lawn chair. And I don't know, man. For whatever reason, he picks his phone up to look at it, see how things are going. Where'd I go? Oh my gosh. I'm back. He picks up his phone to look at it. AMC's sitting at $460. He's like, yes. Very nice. Counselor, I hope you hit it, man. I hope you hit it, dude. And thank you very much for the super chat. Low volume. What do you think about recent volume? I like the way it's headed. I like the direction it's headed in, Ross. Hey, Clay. How's it going? Going very good. In Niagara, I transferred my shares to my TFSA, and I live in Canada. No payment for order flow and no taxes when I sell. This is a blessing in disguise. I like it, Niagara. Clay, I asked a while back about top catalyst for MOAS, and you said low volume. Yeah, so Ross, to talk about that, it's like slightly more. When I mean low volume, I mean extremely low volume. But, and I mentioned this a couple times today, we are going in the right direction. Now, it becomes a risk, according to all the smart guys out there who do research on short shares and short percentages and so on. Anything above 8 days to cover becomes risky for the short positions. I want to see much more drastic levels than that. I want to see like 1 million shares being traded and 80 days to cover. So, but we're headed in the right direction, dude. 8 days to cover around the current short interest would be what? Like 12 million to 15 million shares traded per day. And then we're getting at around the 8 days to cover mark. So I want to see lower than that before they really start to think that they're in a corner. I'm fairly new to AMC. I have some questions. Don't call me stupid. Hey, Peter, I'm never going to call you stupid, man. What made the short squeeze stopped in January and May? What makes the hedge funds hold their positions? Isn't there a time limit? So, no, Peter, there's no time limit on how long they can hold their positions. They've borrowed them, okay? It's not like a futures contract or an options contract that has an expiration date. They borrowed them with no expiration. Now, they can be forced to cover if they lose too much money or things become too risky, like volume becomes too low, and the lenders say, no, it's time for you to go back out there and get our shares now. Now, they can be willing to cover if they decide that AMC is going to go up from here and they don't want to lose that money. So what would have caused it to, like the squeeze or whatever, the buying pressure to subside back in January and in June is the fact that people just decided to take profits, man. People decided to take profits. And June is probably a better one. I would say January took a lot of people by surprise. And a 10x gain overnight, everybody was wanting to take their profits from there. So when you're running up in June, a lot of it, man, I would say a lot of it was just the fact that a lot of people thought it was funny to take profit around $69.69. And then we started to see some selling pressure there. And that selling pressure mounted because we had a lot of FOMO buyers jumping on during that period. And they started to get scared. So they also sold them. Andrew says, I want to transfer to Webull, currently using Merrill Edge. Their charts suck. Do you think it's a good time to do so? Webull is far superior. Yeah, Andrew. I don't know if you have Webull or not, but if you don't, use the link in the description below. That'll help everybody out. And I don't think that it's too late to transfer, man. I really don't. It typically, from everything that I've been seeing from people transferring, it's like three-day transfer, maximum 5 days to transfer your stuff over there. So if you're looking to transfer, dude, I highly doubt we see the short squeeze start and finish in the next 3 to 5 days. Do you think of the squeeze? And thank you. I don't know if I said this, but thank you very much for the super chat, dude. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all the support. You guys are absolutely amazing. DTC makes no sense to me. I'm thinking once this starts, a volume is maxed out all-time highs and could take half a day. No, Sam, you are correct, man. You are correct. So I do believe that once it does start, But it could be, the days to cover could be a trigger, man. The days to cover could be a trigger. So if everybody's holding prior to the squeeze and they know, that's when they can go out there and say, yes, it's time for us to cover. And then they go put some buy orders in, right? And since nobody is selling, it starts to run up because nobody's selling and their buy orders come over and we see the price start to rocket. At that point, I do agree with you, man. I would love to see 1 million shares being traded per day during the squeeze. I would love that. That would be an ideal situation. But I completely agree with the fact that once this starts to like pop off or rocket or whatever you want to call it, once it starts to rise like that, I think the amount of FOMO buyers and retail buyers and everybody, it's just going to be frantic. And I do think it's going to be back in the hundreds of millions or even billions of shares being traded per day during the short squeeze. I need a new coffee maker. What is a good single cup maker? Hector, I have no idea, guys. Guys, what's a good single cup maker for coffee? Anybody got one? Thanks, dude. Andrew, absolutely, man. Thank you. All that needs to happen is a BlackRock to ask Citadel for the shares on loan back. Brad, that would be essentially a margin call, right? They would be calling their shares back. The squeeze is happening tomorrow. Carson, I sure would love it, man. Andrew, the squeeze is happening tomorrow. I sure would love it. Day traders need to go away from AMC. Yes, E-Turbo, they do. Pigs fly tomorrow. Shoot, man, let's get it. If you transfer, don't buy, sell this stock being transferred. It will kick it back. So don't do that. Remember, DD214, got good advice there. If you're going to transfer it, don't buy or sell the stock being transferred. During the transfer, right? Keurig. Ivan says, go Keurig. When Moas, soon the Moas one speed go. I'm a good single coffee cup maker. JK, I have a girlfriend. Well, till Elizabeth comes in here, right? Yeah, Sam Pringleton. What's up, Pringleton? Pancake says hello. What do we got? I smell. Me too. Me too, Speed. $40 flat. We got $40 flat on the chart right now. Hopefully this, man, $40 flat. We closed at 40.01. We are up 1 cent on the day right now. Nice, guys. A 1 cent gain. Now 1 cent loss. Now we are even on the day. 1 cent loss before. Now we are even on the day. 40.01. My goodness, we need a bounce. We need to get this bad boy back in green territory. Good morning from Maine. Maggie, good morning from Ohio. How you doing? Okay, I'm back. Carlos, we were waiting on you, man. Glad you're in here now. Every time we hit 40, they drop us. Do we have, let's see if we've got any resistance or anything in here in the 40 range. I mean, we've got a little bit from Friday. Okay, so I can see it, man. If we pull the chart out a little bit, we could see some of that resistance coming in here in this 40 range that goes back to here all day. What is this, Friday, Thursday? So Wednesday, we had a lot of resistance in here. Friday, we had a lot of resistance in here. Thursday, we had a lot of support in this 40 range. So now I can see where it's coming from as we pull out a little bit. And see, you got it back in here as well. So, yeah, man, we do have a little bit in even pre-market, whatever day this was, on September 20th. So yeah, man, I do see that we have a little bit of support and resistance in here at the 40 range. We're playing resistance today since we're below it. So yeah, there is a little bit of intraday resistance at this 40 range that we got going on. Let's see here. 70% discount. Yeah, T-Man Flex though. So Eargo, I think is the company. They make hearing aids. They make hearing aids. But, dude, I think that they were being investigated for something, man. They were messing up their books or whatever that is. So I would be a little bit careful by getting into Eargo at this point. They did say that they were complying. Oh, no. It was insurance. So they were being investigated for, like, insurance fraud or something or whatever. But it did say they were complying with everybody, and if it comes out, and you might be right, man, it could be a discount, but if it comes out that everything they were doing is legitimate when it comes to all the insurance payments or orders or whatever they were receiving, then they could bounce back, man. But that's why they dipped, is because they were being investigated for like their insurance payments. Clipper called me out from Elizabeth Love story. Yeah, shots fired. It's called a hall pass, Clay, all right? No, absolutely, man. I know about a hall pass. Come on now. I'm all for it. I'm just trying to help you out there. I'm not calling you out. I'm trying to further that love story. I'm ready for the MOAS so I can reinvest in Webistics? What is that, Mike? I don't even know what Webistics is. Pancakes. Did I see when TMI's Apes Not Leaving video? Ooh, quite possibly, man. Yeah, I saw that. We was responding to you late. Nice. Pancakes, nice. I called AMC customer service. They told me to hold. Locon. Boom. Ah, you might be joking us, Locon. Come on now. It squeezes daily. I squeeze my boot every day to the honeymoon. Let's go, Stacks. Let's go, man. Wish I had more, but I have to sell mutual funds to do it. Larry, everybody's going to wish they had more during the squeeze, right? Everybody's going to wish, man, I wish I had 10 times the amount of shares that I currently have. But we still have to be reasonable, right? We still have to be reasonable. So don't worry about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Whatever you feel comfortable with, man, I say you do. Everyone got this way of thinking. When we squeeze, we will either have high volume or low volume, but both can send us to prices never seen before. What do you think? So, Niagara, I would love low volume, right? That would be an ideal situation. I would love low volume because it means everybody's holding, nobody's selling, and so on. But I think it's going to be frantic, man. I think, we can sit here and say it's low volume, nobody's going to be selling, everybody's going to be holding, all that good stuff. But that's all talk. Once the price starts to pop, people are going to start to panic. Especially if AMC's at like $400, $500, $600. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, guys. Oh my God. I have like $500,000 in my portfolio right now. What? I've got $500,000. It's going to take me 10 years to make this kind of money working. I've got $500,000, and it's going to take me this is the next 10 years of my life that I could potentially just make with the click of a button. What do? Do I sell it? Sure, it could go higher, but this is crazy right now. I'm going to take it. This is impossible. I'm going to take this right now. So people are going to start to panic. And I do think that and there's other people who are going to be out there. AMC's at $500 right now. I got to buy more. I got to buy AMC right now. It's going to go to $500,000 like all these idiots said that it was going to go to. It's going to go there. I know it is. It's rising right now. I can't miss out on this. I need to buy. So there's going to be a lot of emotional trading going on. And I think that the volume is going to drastically increase. Now, with that being said, if we do go, and I mentioned this in my video last night a little bit, if we do go to ridiculously high prices, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 per share, and so on, I think we're going to be pricing out FOMO buyers and retail traders at those prices, and even institutional buyers. There's no way anybody's buying the stock at that point except for shorts covering. So at that point, I think we see much lower volume. But everybody's going to want to sell. But the only buying pressure, everybody's going to have that sell button on there, but the buying pressure is going to come from the hedge funds. So in that scenario, that's when you see the stock price start to fall back down. Is you've got buyers, but everybody's wanting to sell. So that's when volume lowers. Brings them out against we were fighting for 500,000 a total. Well, I mean, it depends, though. 500,000 is not much, but if you've never, think about it, man. Seriously, if somebody's working for $15 an hour right now, and they've got a chance, however many shares they bought, they've got a chance to have $500,000 in their portfolio and in their bank account, and guys, 500,000. A lot of people might not think that's a lot, but think about it. If you were to work the rest of your life based on how much money you can save right now, how long would it take you to save $500,000? 200 years? 300 years? It's ridiculous when you've got all that money in one lump sum. So it will tempt a lot of people, especially if they're not sitting on, 5,000 shares of AMC. 100,000 Little Caesars pizzas. There you go, man. 100,000 Little Caesars pizzas. Dude, you're eating pizza every day for the next, how many years is 100,000 days? Somebody do that math for me. It's got to be a couple hundred years, right? Maybe a couple thousand years. 3,000 days is what, 10 years? So 300 years. It would be like 300-ish years. So what it is, 300-ish years? You eat Little Caesars pizza, man, for the next 300 years. Every single day. Taxes, people. Uncle Sam is always going to take his cut. Yes, Uncle Sam will unfortunately always take his cut. 500,000 is barely middle class money. Oh, Justin, man. 500,000. There's nobody in the middle class that's got $500,000 saved, man. I'm going to tell you right now, there's nobody that's got, everybody's got debt. Everybody's got just, nobody's saving $500,000, man. Do not be discouraged by $500,000 being in your portfolio. I don't care what middle class neighborhood you walk through, they don't have $500,000 in the bank. And if they do, they owe probably $1.5 million on something. So I wouldn't worry about it. Give me 1 year trading 5 days a week, 500,000 easy. Let's do it, Oil Tipped. Let's do it, man. Listen. I have no problem if you guys make $500,000 a year, but I certainly wouldn't say easy to make $500,000. Stop it, Clay. Stop it. I'll clown you on this, Justin. No, I promise you, Dan. I promise you, $500,000 is not chump change. That is not middle class money. That is very good. That is very good money to have in the bank. You all have and don't have 500,000. Yes. Roasted, man. I'm in lunchtime. Seth! It's a very good time for lunch, man. Poor spend, middle class save, and the rich invest. There you go, Pringleton. I love it. Justin, how do you say that? I get rid of all my debt and invest other lucrative investments to turn 500,000 into 500,000 more. I would love every single person to do that in here. Clay, check short interest. It's at all-time highs. All right, now. Yeah, I haven't seen an Ortex update. Nick, if you're in here, give us an Ortex update if you can, man. What is the short interest at right now? Niagara. I don't have Ortex, man, so I can't check it. You can invest the funds to make more money. Absolutely, Jennifer. Absolutely. That's what we're here for, is life-changing money. Definitely 500,000 is big money as I sit in my truck eating my lunch at the construction site. 500,000 is very good money, guys. What's your price prediction? Richard, the thing is, man, I don't have a price prediction, right? Because AMC's got unlimited potential, so no one knows how high it's going to go. I just know the higher it goes, the more tempted people are going to be to take their profits and sell the stock. I have 500,000, easy. Good deal, Hector. I'm glad, dude. There are some people with $500,000 out there, right? I have never made over $60,000 ever, and that was a big law firm in 2010, 2011. Jennifer, I mean, I stay realistic. Sounds like you stay a little bit realistic too. Thank you for doing that. And saving money, guys. Saving money. Listen, it's not... People think that other people have a lot of money, but you got to decide what a lot of money is, right? If going to the moon at $500,000 a share, I'm buying the moon. Shipman Z, man. I think for $500,000 a share, you might be able to buy the moon. Short interest looking higher than our debt and volume, looking lower than our savings account. Squeeze tomorrow. Oh, yes. Hey, listen, these are good signs, though. Short interest rising, debt falling, and so on. Sam, these are good signs, man. Yo, man, how you doing? I'm driving and listening to you. Where's AMC at the moment? $40.06 is where AMC is at the moment. We've been trading between $40.60 and $39.50 all day today. 18.5 million shares traded so far. We can't seem to break out of that range, but... hopefully we do break out to the upside. 40.40 has been giving us a little bit of trouble today, but 40.62 is the daily high, and we are currently sitting at $39.99, just straddling that $40 line, man. I'm hoping we break it here sometime soon. Not to the downside, but to the upside. 6-digit gains so far, and still not selling my AMC. I love it, pancakes. I love it. Hey, imagine we reach 500,000 during, oh my gosh, DJ Quagmire. If we reach 500,000 during Christmas week, man, that's going to be a Christmas miracle for all of us. Clay, bro, you are correct. Average people do not have a lot of money, but they do spend. Yeah, man, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. And you know what? A lot of people spend a lot of money. Keep buying shares. The more apes own, the more money they have to cover. Or the more apes own, the more they have to cover. MOS incoming forward. Absolutely, man. No defense, Clay, but shave your neck beard. Also, please analyze and okay. The Mayhei. No offense. Like, you're not offending me when you say that. So, no defense taken to that. I will not get defensive of the offense. But no, dude, what do you mean? Shave my neck? Like, what's wrong with the neck, dude? I did. I trimmed it up this weekend. It's all right. 500,000 in debt. Hector's like, I got 500,000. 500,000 in debt. Well, there you go, Hector. It's all right, man. 100. Hopefully you've got something hopefully your debt and assets balance out, man. 100,000 a share. Forget the greedy hedge funds that have been giving it to us for centuries. It's their turn. Yes, it is. The Doc Airlines, zero debt. I love it, Doc. I would like to personally thank all of you who have 500,000 just chilling in their account for joining us today. One time my account had 10,000 in it, so we're basically in the same tax bracket. Yes, we are, man. Yes, we are. And margin accounts, guys, those don't count. You got $500,000 in margin, that doesn't count. Clay, bro, I would love to see you live streaming Bitcoin price in the future after AMC. Study, yeah, I don't know exactly what direction we're gonna take. You know, post AMC squeeze and everything. But we're definitely going to be here, man. So it could absolutely happen. Just imagine 2,000 a share. That would be dope. Yes, it would. Sammy, 2,000 a share would be amazing. Clay, someone just told me that you said about 20 minutes ago that the short squeeze was starting this week. I disagreed and said you would never give a date. Can you straighten this out, please, Lisa? Yes. I said that everybody is telling you it's going to happen this week. And then when it doesn't happen this week, they're going to tell you it's happening next week. So if somebody misinterpreted that to me telling you it's going to happen this week, maybe I said something like, well, since everybody's saying it's going to happen this week, guess when it has to happen, guys? I may have been sarcastic in that manner, but yeah, just like last week when they were all telling you it was going to happen last week, now they're telling you that it's going to happen this week, and when it doesn't happen this week, they're going to tell you the same thing next week, that it's going to happen next week. Lisa, it's always tomorrow. Yes, there you go. There's your answer, Lisa. Ortex update. AMC 20.74% all-time high. Niagara, very nice. I don't want to wait till Christmas. I do Christmas shopping early. Thank you, Amazon. DD214. I guess if you gotta wait till Christmas, everybody's gonna be okay. Everybody's gonna be okay getting late Christmas presents. I have money in retirement, but not enough. Well, shoot, Jennifer, let's get enough in there. Come on. AMC short interest is at an all-time high. Skype. I love it. It might be up to 2. Hey, yeah, Ford. I don't know when the short squeeze is going to happen, man. 2 years, 2 weeks, 2 days. Nobody knows. Thank you. Yes, Lisa. Thank you. Hey, Clay, just leaving a like. Wake me up when September ends. Johan, you know the deal, man, and I will wake you up when September ends. Optimistically, it'll happen every week until it happens. Sahara, yes. I think that's what they're going with. Okay, I think that's what they're going with. If these people who sit there and tell you that it's going to happen this week are wrong, and then they say it's going to happen this week, and then they're wrong, and then they say it's going to happen this week, and then they're right, they're going to tell you that they were right for like the rest of their life. Those are the screenshots they're going to be showing you. Those are the tweets that they're going to be retweeting. Like, that's going to be their calling card and their claim to fame, is that they hit it. But they were literally wrong for the previous year. I can't stop imagining someone having $500,000 in margarine now. Shoot, man. Some people do. Some people have $500,000. Think about all the butter factories out there. $500,000 in margarine is definitely possible. I wouldn't mind waiting till February for the squeeze to pay less taxes. Yeah, Jay Diamond, man. I would prefer we don't wait another 5 months, but at the same time, man, you know, that's another 20% gain that you're not going to have to pay in taxes. So potentially 30% too. 4, there's no exact date when the owner of the shorts will ask for them to be covered, or the SEC has to force them. It's just going to, yeah, and that's true, man. That's exactly true. My orthodontist used to tell me your braces come off next time we see you for over a year, and all it did was make me hate that that A-hole. Yes, exactly. And they never came off the next time you saw them. It's ridiculous. But then that one time that they came off, man, you remember, nice guy, took my braces off. Weeble affiliate link, Dirty Rat. Jesse James, why do you not like Weeble? You don't like the fact that Weeble makes money accepting payment for order flow, or what? Because you know that every broker sends your orders to a market maker, right? I hope you know that every broker uses market makers, and like payment for order flow in itself is actually a really good thing. So think about that. Don't hate me, but at 500,000, my hands are gonna catch fire because they will become paper. I'm poor. Jump driver. Listen, here's the deal, though, man. You're not. I don't know your financial situation, right? But at $500,000, you know, the only way $500,000 is not life-changing money is if you already have $5 million, right? So if you've already got that type of money, then maybe $500,000 might be like giving somebody else $500. Now, $500 could be life-changing money to somebody who's about to get evicted, and if they get evicted, their entire family's going to be living on the streets, and so on. Like, the amount is relative to that person's situation. I would say for the vast majority of people, 99.9% of us, $500,000 is going to be life-changing. Playing devil's advocate, the payment for order flow was so good, the rest of the world would not have banned it. Just saying. Now, here's the deal, though. The rest of the world also bans, like, shorting stocks and guns, and you can make that argument, yes, dude. But it's not. I wouldn't say that that's a solid argument, because there's so many things that are banned that aren't bad. It's the way they're used that can be bad. So that's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's not the tool that's bad. It's how it's used that can be bad. And if payment for order flow is used correctly, I believe that payment for order flow is a very good thing. And you are right, man. If payment for order flow is bad, or if payment for order flow is used incorrectly, I believe that that's a bad situation. Shorting stocks should be banned. I don't think that shorting stocks should be banned either, though, because if you can only buy a stock, the price can easily get inflated to where it disconnects from value. Shorting a stock has its pros when it comes to market efficiency, because if a stock is overvalued, maybe it should be shorted. Maybe it should come back down to reality. I don't have a problem with people making money on the downside. I really don't have a problem with it at all. But as long as they're going to get caught in their short squeeze and we make a ton of money, then I'm with it. Guns have nothing to do with finance. Let's stick to... No, oil tipped, absolutely. But it's the same argument, though, man. Just because payment for order flow should be banned in those... Like, payment for order flow is not a bad thing. Payment for order flow is simply paying somebody to send those orders to you. If you are going to be doing what you should be doing with those orders, it's a good thing. Like, you're just giving money so that you can increase your own revenue, and everything is perfect. If you're misusing all of those orders that are sent to you, that's when it becomes bad. Considered in the context of communist revolution, and clearly capitalism is too broke to function. Oh man, I don't know. Let's put this in perspective. With $500,000 in the bank, you can buy the median cost of a house in America and still have plenty left over to live off for the next 10 to 20 years. Yeah, Frodo. And that's even, like, if you go out and you buy a $250,000 house with a $500,000 in your bank. Dude, if you invest that $250,000 and you're sitting there and you're bringing in or supplementing your income with an extra $25,000 to $30,000 a year that you're making off the $250,000 that you have left, dude, that's more than the next 10 to 20 years. I mean, you can supplement yourself for the rest of your life on that. If you put a pineapple in a car, yes. Sorry, 11/11 Mr. Simon, missed that one. I'll say I got in January. My account has been going between 30 to 40 lately, and that's already life-changing for me. We hit $70 a share. I had diarrhea because it was so crazy to see that money so fast. Dude, Sam, exactly, man. I was so excited when we were running to $70 on that during June, man. I think he's referring to people that refer with referral links, Clay. That's why I deleted it and wasn't. No. I know he was referring to the referral link, man. I don't have a problem with payment for order flow or Webull. I think people act like smaller accounts or smaller amounts, it's life-changing as a way to kind of flex how much money they have and how it isn't a lot to them, when in reality it's a lot to almost every... Yeah, exactly, dude, exactly. I mean, that's why I say, man, if $500,000 isn't life-changing to you, a lump sum all at once, maybe... Personally, I think that you could make $500,000 work for you for the rest of your life. I think that you could generate 10% a year and live off that $50,000 a year on that $500,000 investment. And you would not have to work at that point. But a lot of people look at $500,000 and they see, well, I need to buy a house. I need to pay off my house. I need to pay off my student loans. And by the time I go out there and do all of that stuff, I'm broke again and I'm still going to have to work. But you still have everything that was going to take you your entire life to pay off anyway. So, I don't know, man. I think it's life-changing. Hey, Clay, I got to go. But in the one last question, after everything is going to happen in these next few years, how do you think we are paving the road for the next investors that will come after us? Niagara, man. If we hold like everybody says that we're going to do, then I think that we could be revolutionizing and changing the rules of the game. Only if we take so much money from them during this short squeeze that it hurts them. Okay? If we peak at $200 per share and they lose $20 billion, I'm not exactly sure that's going to cause a drastic concern for anybody on Wall Street. If we go to 2,000 and they lose like $2 trillion, yeah, man, that might be something that sticks around for quite some time. Yeah, for sure, Clay. I was just saying that even if you don't invest the money, you can live... Oh, no, yeah, exactly, Frodo. You can fairly comfortable off that money, where the biggest expenses people have is living expenses. 100% agree, Frodo. Eric, do you think all the apes are buying anymore because they're happy with their position, or are they losing interest, Clay? I don't think apes are selling, but low volume is concerning. Concerning in a good way, right, Eric? But... No, man, I think that if the true apes are still in here, I think that they may be coming to a saturation point where they're happy with how many shares they have, right? And as far as, like, volume is concerned, the volatility can cause volume amongst day traders and FOMO buyers. So if we pull this out and we look at a daily chart, we can see that, yes, we've been kind of stagnant for the last week, right? And we've noticed volume dropping in the last week. We had 70 million, 60 million, 70 million again, 70 million, 60, 50, 40, 30. Okay? We can see 20. We can see that it's dropping 20 today. And it may just be dropping because the day traders are unwilling to try and make a quick buck, knowing it's not as volatile as it recently has been. So that could be one of the reasons that we're seeing less being traded too. Is just the fact that less day traders are out there. Ford says stocks missed it. Sorry, the more stocks we own, the better. Ford, exactly. The more stocks you own, the better during the short squeeze for sure. If I receive $200,000, it's all going back into stocks to grow future portfolio. I love it, Reed. I love it. $500,000 for the squirrels. Dude, $500,000 would feed a lot of squirrels, man. That's a fact. I'm buying a few more tomorrow. Payday. I love it, Pringleton. Apes, every time it dips, I buy. That dude, I like it, man. Apes are waiting for those dips. They're just too beautiful. Yeah, dude. When it drops down to like 30s and stuff, that is a beautiful dip. It looks like it just took a breath and is squeezing. Hopefully breaks out up. Yeah, I share the same hope as you do. I hope it breaks back out to the upside here. And we bounce off this $40 price point that we've been at all day long. One last one because you've got good advice. Do you think someone, hedge fund, is going to get wiped out by the end of this play? Yeah, I'm sure. Like it's there's no doubt in my mind that if we do what we say we're going to do and we hold the stock, that several hedge funds can get wiped out. But So in that regard, yes, I do think that there will be several players that get wiped out. But if everybody gives up, no, I don't think that anybody's going to get wiped out. I think potentially, we would get wiped out if people start giving up and jumping ship. If you invest $500,000 in a very conservative and less risky investments, you could easily make 72% on that money and basically live out the rest of your life. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with a $50,000 income. Because, a lot of people work and make $50,000 a year. So, not working and making $50,000 a year is a very good thing. Had to slide through with a thumbs down. V-Chain, why you got a thumbs down, man? Come on now. Slide down with a thumbs down. You got to slide through with that thumbs up. I won't receive much, so I'm going to make smart moves with what I receive. I love it, Reed. Dude, listen. You're much better off making smart moves with little than dumb moves with a lot. Because you could go out, man, you could blow it on a Lamborghini, and then all of a sudden you're paying $1,000 a month in insurance, and you can't afford the Lamborghini that you just bought. So I would say you're doing better off than somebody who's going to waste their money. Nobody's going to give up. Ford. I hope nobody gives up, man. This is going to be the funniest story ever. Wall Street is run by morons. Nobody's going to write that story, though, dude. If we win, they're going to bury the story, man, and they're not going to tell us. They're not going to tell about what we did. I think the Jewish community is scared about anything. Oh, cares. I don't think that Jewish community cares anything about the stock market. Well, Brian, maybe not, man. I have no idea. That thumbs up. Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate that. Hi. Sahara. Hello. MC Hammer made dumb moves with a lot. Look what happened to him. Do not be like him, okay? Do not lose everything you have. Brian, I'm Italian and Jewish, and I care. Well, there you go. At least somebody in the Jewish community, Italian and Jewish, and they care. I like it, Jennifer. $6,000 a year for insurance for a Lambo. My gosh, man. It's a lot of insurance money, guys, going for just a car. Nice car, but a car. Had to mind what with everyone. Thumbs up to your stream. Thank you very much, V-Chain. I appreciate that, man. Don't buy a Lambo, buy a Corvette, then sell it for 20% over MSRP. Shoot, man, if you could buy a Corvette and sell it for 20% gains, I like it. How long have stocks in the past taken a squeeze, such as Ford and GameStop? So I don't know when GameStop's short interest first caught the attention of everybody, right? We know that GameStop was getting wrecked during 2020, and it traded all the way down to, I believe, around $4 per share. Now, from then, once it hit 17, it was a very fast squeeze. Once it hit 17, man, back in January, it was a very, very fast squeeze. So, but I don't know how long people were on board with it from when it went like from $4 to $17. And I don't know if they were buying before that for a short squeeze and so on. Heidi from Denmark! Thank you very much. Listen, this cup is almost full, so I'm not going to do it like drastically fast. But thank you very much for the super sticker, Heidi. Thank you very much for the super sticker, Heidi. Thank you very much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you guys very much for the support. I appreciate everybody that's in here, and thank you very much for that super sticker, Heidi. Don't buy liabilities, instead buy assets. There you go. Preferably income-generating assets, Ivan. That would be the best kind to buy. That explains pizza bagels. Weirdo Shrine. I don't know what explains pizza bagels. Sorry about that, man. When I was young, I battled against Wall Street, buying up AMC stock and made millions. Grandkids. Sure you did, Grandpa. Let's just get you to bed. Man, that was a pretty good kid's accent. Like 50 years from now, that was a pretty good kid's accent. I like that. But exactly, yeah, Sam, they're going to hide it, man. They're never going to tell anybody about it. You sure you did, Grandpa? Let's get you to bed now. Come on. Hey, I agree, Ford. I agree. If we hold, we win, man. There's like an ad every 5 minutes. What? I got on here? Why does the Big Lots app have an ad when I'm Oh, I was like, dude, there's an ad on here. How is that even possible? I thought once you entered, there's no more ads. I don't know, dude. On the app or on a website, or where are you at? How many assets should you buy? All of them, Sam. You should buy all of them, man. Spill some like that little blue guy did. Chimpman Z. Dude, if I did, I guarantee it would not look good because I don't know how to efficiently spill my coffee or effectively spill my coffee, and then it would just go all over the place and went like that. Tesla's overrated after squeeze. I'm buying some 70 skates. There you go, Hector. I like it. Clay, bro, what is the difference between GameStop and the AMC squeeze? Brian, so there's not much of a difference, right? But if you're looking at numbers, GameStop has like 60 million shares or 70 million shares outstanding as opposed to 500 million shares outstanding. So the float is a lot smaller for GameStop, which, okay, the price for GameStop's a lot higher. So it's not like it kind of offsets itself a little bit. But originally, the numbers on GameStop were extremely high. They were around like 120, 130% short interest when GameStop was originally squeezing. So that number would be different. But at the same time, man, you know, GameStop kind of took the world by storm, and now everybody is like ready and willing to go for the same thing for AMC. So a lot of people who didn't have that proof before have that proof now, and that's why the conviction in AMC is so strong. Darnity beat me. No, dude. Hey, as long as we're on the same page, man. All of them possible. Just buy all of them, man. I don't want 8 waffles. I want all of them. Do you have a background in finance or investing, or just personal experience? If I answer yes to the question, is it vague enough to cover both of those? AMC is the poor man's squeeze. If I answer no to the question, one of those would be a lie, if not both. But if I answer yes, like just whatever the most vague answer possible. Happy Monday, Clay Gang. Clay, bro. Great to see you with more color and feeling better. I feel so much, guys. I feel so much better. I have not really. Like, so I'm coughing slightly. That's basically it. But oh my gosh, I feel so much better than last week. Cookie, glad to have you in here. AMC is a better company than GME, in my opinion. Most new consoles don't even have disc drives, and if they do, games are always discounted for the digital version anyway. Well, they're going to try and sell you digital versions, too, I'm sure. They're going to try and transition over to the digital world, but they certainly wouldn't have been able to without the squeeze money and issuing new shares. 50,000 in Norway is pretty good, but I hear it's free school, hospital, etc. You can have a nice house outside press area at 300,000. I don't know what press area is, but yeah, guys, $50,000 income, if that's what you're talking about, Ferris World, it's not bad, man. That's not bad. Woke up late. Can we get an Ortex update on AMC, please? Ahmed, yes, maybe we can. I don't subscribe to Ortex data, but if anybody else in here has it, the most recent update was like 20.7% short interest on AMC. So all-time high estimated short interest on AMC. So that's the most recent one from like 20 minutes ago, maybe. Price prediction, AMC for Friday. Andrea, up would be my price prediction. I have no idea. Clever in a hedge fund and made massive gains in order to retire and share a leisure experience with us. Hey man, whatever you guys want is all. I did not run a hedge fund though. Only $700 a year for my old Jeep. Dad, I'll continue to drive post squeeze. The real Mr. Fantastic. I love it, dude. I love it. I have no problem continuing to drive my Kia Forte post squeeze. They could try, but in 2006 they paid me $4 for a game they resold for $40. Come on! So I'm not buying anything from them, dude. That's some serious gains there, though. Why would they rip us off like that? Come on, you're driving more than a Forte. Oh, I don't know, man. That Forte right there, man. Our tokenized stocks on FTX, same as buying the actual AMC stock. I don't know what FTX is. Gilded. I don't know what FTX is, so I don't know how that would work. Is that like is that some sort of crypto exchange with tokenized stocks, man? Clay, I watched because Matt had to walk his duck. Brad, you're watching here because Matt's walking his duck right now? Dude, that sounds cool. Why are they shorting? Do they think the government is going to bail them out? Apes are holding. Yeah, Ford, they're shorting because and I agree with them in this aspect, but they think that AMC is not worth $40 a share. So that's why they're shorting. They believe that it will return to its fundamental value. Now, If they fundamentally value it at $4, $5, $6, $20, whatever they fundamentally value it at, it's less than the $40. So they think that it's going to go back down. I just purchased 900,000 shorts. What? Tyler, Clay greater than Matt. I think both of us are both of us are on here, right? But I do like Matt's opinion on a lot of things. What's a better flex? Honest question for the class. Having a super expensive sports car or driving a typical car you see daily but not having to work the rest of your life? I'm choosing the second one, man. I'm choosing the second one. Some people believe the squeeze already happened when it hit 72. What's your opinion on that? Tomorrow Entertainment. So I believe that some sort of a squeeze could have happened when we hit 72. Now, what we know when we hit 72 is that roughly 17 million short shares were covered. That's the net number, okay? From one report to the next report, 17 million shares were net covered during that time. Now, they could have gone out there and covered 80 million shares and shorted another 60 million shares. So we don't know the exact numbers of what exactly took place in that area. We just know the net result. So yeah, that could have been driven by short pressure, shorts covering, but they absolutely continued to short from there. So that could have been a squeeze, but it was definitely not the mother of all short squeezes because all the shorts didn't cover. Aldo, no, I do not. That's so stupid. Netflix is worth $500. AMC fundamental value is much higher than 40. Well, no, man, no. So here's the deal: AMC is not fundamentally valued above $40, and it's hard to look at stocks like Netflix or Chipotle or Amazon and stuff just based on the price per share. Okay. AMC is not a, what's the market cap right now? Like $20 billion? Where's the market cap at? Yeah, $20 billion. So AMC is not worth $20 billion when all of its assets are worth like half the amount of debt that they have outstanding. And they're not generating enough revenue to go out there and cover their. We back? And they're not generating enough revenue to go out there and cover their debt for like 20 years or 30 years or 40 years. So currently, they're in a poor situation fundamentally when you look at the balance sheet and when you look at the income statement. Now, when you're looking at shorts covering, that's a completely different story. That's not a fundamental analysis. That's more of a technical analysis and a speculative analysis of the stock price. And in that regard, I 100% agree that AMC is worth higher than $40 a share. But if you're looking at its balance sheet and you're looking at its income statement, it's not worth $40 a share or $20 billion. Think about it, man. If I had an apartment, okay, if I had an apartment complex with 10 units in it, and it's generating, well, let's not worry about that yet. The apartment complex is worth $1 million. Like all 10 units worth $1 million. And that's what it's worth, man. Okay? I wanted to sell that to you for $40 million. Are you going to buy it from me for $40 million? Just because that's what I want for it. Knowing it's worth $1 million. There's a high likelihood that you're not going to buy that off me for $40 million. Especially if we're going through a rent moratorium, an eviction moratorium where you don't have to pay your rent, and only 2 of my tenants are paying their rent right now, and I'm generating $2,000 a month off that apartment building. You're highly, and keep in mind, let's say that I am $3 million in debt on this apartment complex. I owe $3 million on it. It's worth $1 million, and it's generating $2,000 a month in income. It's very difficult to justify a $40 million sale price when those are your numbers right there. It's undervalued for its future potential or undervalued for some sort of a different scenario. But AMC is not undervalued for the actual like fundamental value of the company. Squeeze will happen when it happens. Absolutely, Doug. The stock market is a means for the patient to take money from the impatient. Absolutely, Doug. You got that one from Warren Buffett, though, didn't you? You trade stocks full time? I do trade stocks, and I'm currently not at an employer's house of employment. Hold, please. About to go to McDonald's. TikTok coffee thing. What is that? What is that? What is McDonald's TikTok coffee thing? Be patient. That's the game. I hate paying rent. Everybody hates paying rent, don't they, man? But pay your rent though. Like if you have rent to pay your rent. That's a responsibility, okay? It's a good thing to pay rent if you have rent to pay. Even if you don't like it, maybe you could buy a house one day, but if you got rent to pay your rent. I thought it was weird. All of my covered calls that had at 40 strike were exercised this time. Every other time we finished a few cents above, they were never exercised. That is interesting, Mr. Enormous. Actually, that is very interesting. Especially since they would have only made like a cent on those. And now they're losing. Like everybody that exercised those is losing now. So it's not that bad that you got exercised on because you can buy those shares back at a better price now. So, you're doing okay, man. It better be in Manhattan. Brad, I missed what better be in Manhattan. Oh, the apartment building, is that what you're saying? This apartment complex got you screwed, Clay. I hope you aren't expecting Lisa to bail you out, man. I was, Sam. But Lisa hasn't been in here in a couple of days. I need Lisa to help me out. AMC is by far not undervalued. Oh, okay, yes, it's not undervalued. Correct. Oh, thank goodness. Clay, people appear to be losing interest. What are your thoughts? I'm surprised they remained interested. It's like so far. This long, I should say. But I do agree, man, that people overall are losing some interest. Now, does that mean that they're going away? Not necessarily. But you can measure this in two different ways. And I want to use my own videos as an example. You can see that it kind of comes in waves, okay? I can make the same video, and I can release it 1 week, and I get 15,000, 17,000, 20,000 views on the video. People are pretty interested during that time frame. I can release the same video a week or two later, and AMC's going down, and get 5,000, 10,000 views on the video. So that's one way, and it's not just me. You can look, like Mac Horse, all these guys that are out there, Short to VIX, TMI, like everybody that's out there, Vigilante does live streams, not necessarily videos, or oil tipped. Like, you can use that as a metric to see if people are actively searching and watching and seeing what's going on, or if they're kind of fading a little bit. Also, another tool that I like to use is Google Trends, and you can see that like they make it easy to see on the chart that it is currently like dropping in interest. Now, once the price picks back up, people are going to be right back on it. Okay, they're going to need to know why. They're going to be, what's going on with AMC right now? More people are going to be searching for it. Interest will rise again, and it's going to be correlated to the price of AMC. But I do agree, Eric. I don't know if that covered like my thoughts on it, but I think it did. Whispers to Clay, hey man, I believe the phrase you're looking for is its book value is less because you all probably agree while saying you don't. I mean, the fundamental value, yeah, its book value is the one is what I'm saying. I knew I had seen those videos before. Okay, well no, I've never actually released the same video, but that's the concept there. Or order a large black iced coffee and a vanilla ice cream cone. Put the ice cream. Ooh. That actually does sound pretty good. Oil tip, it's actually banging? I was going to ask you. Dude, that does sound... Anybody else try that? Because that does sound pretty good, man. Large black iced coffee and a vanilla ice... Do you order it with, like, less ice or something? Because I feel like if you put the... You got to drink some first, or how do you get it in there? Because I feel like it would overflow. What do you do with that? Because that actually sounds like something that would be pretty good. That is so good. Reed, you've done it? It does sound good to me, man. Reasonable squeeze price. Yeah, Jay, anything's a reasonable squeeze price, right, man? It's all going to come down to when people are willing to sell this stock. And I think that I would love to see a peak above 500. but I feel like people could reasonably resist the temptation up to 500. At least long enough for the price to reach that level. Have you ever seen the inside of an old water heater? No. I don't know. I think the only thing I've seen the inside of a water heater was the coils on like an electric water heater, man. Come on, open today, it's gross. No, I can imagine it's gross, dude. I can't remember if I've ever seen the inside of a water heater unless it's like just the coils. The coils are disgusting. They get just calcium and everything else on them, man. Calcium, and I replaced mine. I got a lot of iron in the water here, so they were disgusting. And my brother's got a lot of calcium over where he lives, so he had a lot of his were corroded. But I don't think I've ever actually seen the middle of one. Try a mint chocolate chip milkshake with a shot of espresso. It will blow your blow my what off? Blow my nose off. A mint chocolate chip milkshake with a shot of espresso. That sounds pretty good too, man. Have I ever tried that, Clay? I'm diabetic. Yes, I've tried it. I'm type 2, and I got there from eating so much ice cream coffee. Stuff's delicious. Dang, man, I need that. It sounds like something I'm interested in. So you know what, guys? I say we get started. Clay's water had no wrinkles. Yes, my water had no wrinkles, but everything else, it was red. So it's got a lot of iron. Nick F., send me a picture at 1 o'clock when we're done here. Not now. Purify your home water. Yes, do it. And I've got reverse osmosis here for the drinking water. So the only thing I don't like about reverse osmosis is it's just really like there's no water pressure in there, and it takes a long time to fill the ice tray up. The price action on AMC is painfully boring now. Hoping apes don't lose interest. Yeah, Super Steven, I wouldn't call it painfully boring, but I think it's a good thing that it's settling down a little bit because it's kind of getting rid of the day traders, which were causing the volume and probably the interest that a lot of people were like excited about the volatility. Lost interest in the following. The daily price, have alerts set at $100 and just buy and hold and continue. It will squeeze. When it squeezes, relax, folks. John, I like your strategy, man. Selling at 100,000. Brian Carpenter is ready to go, man. I think anything pre-1,000, most apes will be able to sell to hold out. Will be able to hold out. Once it gets to 1,000 plus, it'll become harder for people to hold, and FOMO and retail buying pressure will drop. Yeah, Frodo. Yeah, I mean, that's the concept, right, man? I don't know where that line's going to be drawn. If it's going to be 1,000, I would love to see 1,000, but I don't know where that line's going to be drawn. 500, 1,000, 5,000, 2,000. Like, I have no idea, but I do agree with that strategy right there, man. What's for lunch, Clay, bro? Brian, very good question. There's a high likelihood that I eat the fried rice I made yesterday for lunch because I am getting hungry, and that's just going to be really easy to warm up and eat that. So, very high likelihood. Okay, so ice cream coffee is the only coffee I want now. What did you do, though? I didn't see it. Did you like, just drink some, or did you pour the ice out or order it with no ice? Like, what's the deal? How do you order it? Because I feel like you're going to need to drink something that's basically ice cream. I got to know. Because that does sound like something I would like to try. How much does a water heater weigh? Enough to break the ice. It reaches out hand. What's up, Nick F? I'm Sam. A full water heater would definitely weigh enough to break the ice, man. Would you compare trading the stock market to real estate, meaning that you wouldn't be working for a steady paycheck, but for commission and profits? Yeah, Tomorrow Entertainment. Yeah. So you could compare it to that, but the only thing is, man, I guess it depends on what your real estate and stock market game is. If you're day trading, dude, that's an active strategy, okay? And I would say that real estate would be more passive than day trading. If you're swing trading, you guys might be on the same page. But if you're dividend investing or just long-term investing in the stock market, that's going to be more like real estate investing if you use a management company. Because if you're not using a management company, please don't forget. Like, you have a lot of repairs that are going to be coming on these properties. You have a lot of... You got a lot of work to do if you're going to be doing it all yourself. So it depends on the game you're talking about on the comparison there. And the real estate like in flipping houses too, the real estate returns that you're going to get, are essentially long-term stock market gains as well. What's up with Naked? Haven't seen it. Lewis, very sorry. Yes, I poured a little out. I'm sure drinking as well would work. Yes, drinking a little bit would work as well. But dude, it does sound really good, man. Vanilla ice cream cone with black coffee sounds really good. Real estate is selling houses. Homes usually sell. Or houses usually sell. Keyword there, usually, and they do, man. But it's not like when you're in the real estate game, if you're using your capital and you're not going out and getting a loan and so on, which basically with like working on margin, then you got a very large upfront cost to do that with. I would prefer, like if it was going to be me, I would prefer to flip the house than rent it out. Clay, why does getting the day traders out help to squeeze potential? Less buying pressure is good. So, Super Steven, less buying pressure is not good. Day traders create selling pressure. Yes, they create buying pressure, but they create the exact, like, dude, it's like every action has an equal and opposite reaction or whatever the whole thing is there. If a day trader buys, man, he's going to be selling it in the same day. If a swing trader buys, he's going to be selling it in the same time, like in roughly the same week or the next couple of days or so on. Their buying pressure is kind of canceled out anyway. So it's nice when we have a dip and they come in and buy, but as soon as you get a 5% gain, man, they're selling. So it's like it just equals itself out. So it's not really that big. What's going on, Alicia? How's your morning going so far? If people only bought AMC, the squeeze would come faster than the last 9 months than the use of money to bang out more squeezes and put all hedges out of business. Matthew, yes, if people only bought AMC, you are 100% correct, man. Okay, so I just found out Wendy's already does this. It's called a Frosty Chino. What? Dang, man, I've never... Wendy's is on their game, dude. McDonald's, what's the cost though? McDonald's is making you spend what, $2 on an ice cream cone and a coffee. Wendy's is probably charging you $3 for a Frosty Chino. What's the deal? South Carolina residents would riot without their MCDs, McDonald's ice cream. I don't even know the last time I've had a McDonald's ice cream. Got 12 hours overtime Saturday into Sunday morning. Can't wait for payday for more shares. I love it, Frank. AMC should issue a crypto dividend. Hey, man, if AMC issues a crypto dividend, that would be sweet. Sell real estate at $600,000. You make 3% as an agent. That's $18,000. Do that once a month, and that's $200,000 a year. Well, yeah, dude. So you in that situation though, you're not the investor. You're more of the broker, right? You're taking your cut. You're making your spread. You're not necessarily invested in that real estate. But yeah, dude, if you're going to be doing real estate and you're going to sell a $600,000 house, shoot, man, do it every day, not every month. Do it every day. Walked my daughter to school with a stroller full of cats. Alicia, that's very interesting. I don't know why you would walk your daughter to school with a stroller full of cats, but shoot. Sounds very nice. Had a good day today. If day trade swing traders can affect the price to drop drastically, then what would happen when institutional investors sell out en masse? It would drop even more drastically. DSA. Guys, don't forget, institutions own 140-some million shares of AMC right now. If they dumped 140 million shares of AMC, that would be a drastic price drop. Sir, this is Wendy's. This isn't about AMC anymore. This is Wendy's. Yes, it is. It's a dark pool of hedge funds affecting the price. It's not retail. Retail is buying and holding. Apes are buying and holding. Apes are buying and holding. All retail, I can guarantee you, is not buying and holding. All retail are not apes. I can suck Frosty through a straw if you know what I mean. Hey, guess what flavor I like? Oh my god. If anybody wants to go walk strollers around full of cats, Alicia is looking for somebody to stop at a Wendy's with her. Part 1 of 2. Clay, as you know, I'm a huge fan of volume because it typically equals higher momentum. It's undeniable. I will deny it every single day. However, I understand that it typically also means large drops to the downside. Thank you very much for at least knowing that. And where's the part 2, dude? Because at least I'm glad we're semi on the same board. semi on the same board. It means higher momentum, not necessarily higher prices, but yes, it could mean higher drops as well. So high, that's my momentum part. Higher prices, also higher drops. You need to be a huge institution to sell on dark pools. Retailers can't do it. Correct, but they could. Dark pool or the institutions can go out and sell. Is that what we're talking about now, or something else? Hope you had a nice weekend, Click. Thoughts on ATER and BBIG? BBIG was running this morning up like what, 11, 12%, $7. It might be going for another round. So I don't know if you guys want to take a risky play. Absolutely. ATER, I believe, was up like slightly. It was down this morning, then back up a little bit. Part 2 of 2. Here, lately, you've been seeing low volume, and that's right up your alley. Go over that for us and explain why you feel it's more valuable to us. Yeah, absolutely, Eric. I feel like I've explained it a couple times, but low volume, I still want to see lower, right? We're going to use 8 days or more days to cover as low volume. I want to get as low as possible, but I would love to see, like, drawn out volume around 10 million shares or less. Why it's more valuable for us. You can see a stock trading 1 million shares a day and it absolutely rips higher. It all depends where the buying and selling pressure is coming from. If someone is willing to buy AMC right now at $39.50 and nobody's willing to buy it at $39.60, the price will go down to $39.50. Okay? If nobody's willing to sell it at $39.50, and then you're going to get into a deadlock, right? No shares are going to be traded, and you're going to be moving sideways because nobody's willing to buy or sell the stock at those prices. We have no sellers below $39.60, and we have no buyers above $39.50. Stock moves sideways until somebody caves in, until somebody says, okay. Now, if they say, all right, I will buy the stock at $39.60, stock price is at $39.60. If they say, I will buy the stock at $40, price jumps up to $40. And especially if there's no shares being traded, you can still have volatile prices on very low volume. It may look like barcoding at that point because you have one order come in at 40. You have one order come in at 41. You have another order come back in at 40. So it may not be fluid price action. It may look like barcoding, but you can still have very nice jumps because let's say the next buy order comes in at $44 and somebody's willing to sell it for $44, it goes to $44. If nobody's willing to sell it until it goes to $100, the buy orders have to go to $100 before that stock is willing to be sold. So low volume is good in that aspect. Low volume also drastically increases the risk for the hedge funds because they cannot go out there and buy those shares back whenever they want. Andrew, can you explain to me as much as you can about dark pools? Yes, okay, I can explain it as much as I can very briefly about dark pools. So dark pools are not that much different than a lit exchange, okay? Retail traders can't go out and place their orders on dark pools. However, they can be routed if institutions or market makers are buying up these shares and buying up these orders. They can go out there and place these trades wherever they want. Now, the main difference between a dark pool and a lit exchange is the fact that you see the dark pool trades after they're executed as opposed to before they're executed. If you were to go out right now and you wanted to buy AMC and you put a limit buy order in at $39.50. Now, I don't know if you're using Webull right now or not, but if you go to the level 2 order book, if you got level 2 data and you look at the order book, you can see how many orders are sitting there at $39.50. These are the lit exchange orders that are coming in at $39.50. Maybe 10,000 shares are ready to be bought at $39.50. Now, on a dark pool, we might not get down to $39.50 because we might have dark pool orders at $39.60 that have to get filled or that will get filled before we drop down to $39.50. Now, you don't see those dark pool orders on that level 2 data because they're not reported until after they're filled. So you see the ticker tape there or the time and sales data, and you would see a 10,000 share order being filled at 39.60 that you never saw in the level 2 data because it didn't get routed through a lit exchange. It got routed through a dark pool. So you simply see the order after it gets filled instead of before it gets filled. Lit exchanges are nice, and Clyde, I'll get to you in 2 seconds, man, I promise. But lit exchanges are nice because if you see that data there and you see 10,000 shares ready to be filled at 39.50 and nobody wants to buy the stock at 39.51, you might go out there and say, okay, I'm probably not going to get filled today if I put my order at 39.50. Maybe we don't break through that buy wall, and I'm going to put my order at 39.51. So all of a sudden, you're competing against other orders that you can see. You're looking to buy in at 39.51 right now. So you can see if that's the case. Like if you're at an auction and you can see the guy next to you, you might outbid him by 1 cent, so you win. But if you can't see his order, you may not bid the price up or bid the price down because of what's going on. If you can see the orders, and there's no orders until $39, but you're thinking about putting your order at $39.50, you might say, well, I can save myself another 50 cents because there's no orders coming in between here and 39. So I can go all the way down to 39.01 and still have a very high likelihood of getting filled. That's the benefit, that's the pros to a lit exchange. And hopefully that helped. If not, I can explain a little more. Clyde, thank you very much for the super chat. Clyde says, what's up, Clay, bro? We are listening at work, and 4 of us bought more shares today. Bring on the mother of all short squeezes. I love it, Clyde. Thank you guys very much for listening while you're at work. I know a lot of you guys listen while you're at work. I appreciate that so much. And to add to the buying pressure, I love it. 4 of you guys adding to your shares today. Very nice, Clyde, and thank you guys very much for hanging out with us today and enjoying this beautiful Monday that we've got so far. Clay Brony, hope you're feeling better. M. James, I feel a lot better, man. I'd say I'm like 98% right now. Still feel a little weird, like right in here, and maybe you can tell in my voice. Not sure if you can, but I can tell in the way like my throat feels when I'm talking. The dark pool trades reported for AMC have accounted for 61% of total volume today. Yeah, dude, I know it's very difficult. Or it's very heavy on AMC, the dark pool trades are. I live in rural Louisiana. I don't know of anyone around me that trades. When people ask me to describe what I do, I tell them I'm a money farmer. Away today. I love it, man. A money farmer. That might help. Nig F, hope Clay didn't get you sick. Never. I would never do. So what do we have for days to cover currently? Roughly like 2. Roughly like 2 to 3 days. And where were we prior to June run-up? Also, M. James, I don't care that you have that little Elvis hair hanging down on your... Oh. Also, M. James, and I don't care that you have that little Elvis hair hanging... You got like a little... dude, you like that little Elvis hair. Come on now, you know you do. Yeah, so where were we back then? That's a good thing. Let's check that out. It might be the last thing we can see before we break for lunch. So in this area here... We were trading very high volume. We were at 1 day to cover. So we were at 1 day to cover in here when we were trying to break that 1450 level. Less than a day, actually. And then leading up to it, we were 1 day to cover, day and a half to cover, 2 days to cover, and then we started the run up. So we got up to 2 days to cover before we finally broke through and started to run here. 50 million shares were traded the week of May when we started to run. And then once we started to run, man, it was like all FOMO buyers and retail traders jumping on and adding crazy volume to the mix. All right, guys, so it is 1 o'clock. We're going to take a break, hopefully be back a little bit later, and all of you guys will join us again. Make sure to get your names out in the chat right now so we can get those shout-outs going. And let's see if we get anything else. I'm going to have to do a lot of research about it, but I sort of understand, but not its entirety. I get what Clay's saying, but I want to understand when it came to be and how it affects apes. Yeah, so it originally came to be, though, because if an institution's going to go out and trade 2 million shares, they don't want that price to affect the market. They want to be able to go out and trade a block of 2 million shares. It's much different than what it originally intended to be. Crypto Rockets here, dabbing on him like always. We got Pringleton, Matthew, Bastille, see you later. AMC Trapper says, peace out to the diamond-handed apes. See you later, AMC Trapper. Andrew, see you. Hector, have a good lunch. Frodo, M. James, 11 on Mr. Simon, see you later. Take care as well. Alicia, been missing you. I need to see Chip Bro before I die. I need to see Chip Bro too, man. I need Chip Bro to come eat out of my hands again. All that dude does is walk around my backyard now and acts like I don't even exist. Ugandan Toad, see you later. John, see you. Jeffrey, Frank, DD214. Fruit Bowl, Andrew, 11 on Mr. Simon. See you guys all later. Mr. Normus, I'll see you this afternoon. Fevers Vold, Ford, Pringleton, Clyde, see you guys later. Crypto Rocketeer, boom. Andrew Voorhees, see you later. Pringleton, of course it is. Of course it is, man. Now you guys know what time it is. So if you want to say it with me, say it with me. Until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.